Yesterday, there was a big brouhaha in the Tennessee State Capitol building after the Tennessee House voted to kick out two Democrat members who lost their seats now because they participated in, according to the Democrat definition, an insurrection.
This all comes after the three lawmakers admittedly broke House rules on the floor last Tuesday. Representative Jones posting these photos. Lawmakers used a megaphone to demand tighter gun restrictions and assumed the mic, breaking decorum rules.
So that's basically what the QAnon shaman did, only he didn't have a megaphone and he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. So I would say just losing your seat in the state house is probably getting off pretty easy. Here's MSNBC after the vote.
This is what the slide to an autocracy looks like. A Democratic member has been expelled from the Tennessee state legislature.
This is what a dictatorship looks like, she says, when the members of a governing body vote to expel one of their misbehaving members. Lawrence, Stop the Hammering O'Donnell, thinks this is one of the biggest injustices in modern America.
This is the most important thing that has happened in this country this week, this month, this year.
Apparently, he's already forgot that President Trump was arrested because we really are sliding towards autocracy.
It is impossible to exaggerate the historic importance to all of us of what happened tonight in Tennessee.
I mean, what's next? Are the Democrats going to say that they were expelled because of racism? Oh, wait, what's this?
Well, you see, Chris, the white lady was nice about it, whereas the black men were loud, so loud that they even had a bullhorn. And that's why we had to lynch them. That's what they did. That argument is ridiculous.
Oh, by the way, there were 3 of them who were up for expulsion, and only 2 of them got voted out. One of them, a woman who saved her seat by 1 vote, didn't use the megaphone. And so somebody didn't vote for her expulsion because they figured that she didn't deserve to be kicked out because she wasn't disrupting like the other 2 black men were. And you can see by the look on Chris Hayes' face and his cast that even they can't hold back their contempt for this clown.
All right? And any media company that runs it is just surfacing white supremacist stuff on their air, okay?
Here's one of these state representatives who got expelled, pleading his case just before the vote.
Yes, I tell you, it was a sad day on Saturday. All hope seemed to be lost. Representatives were thrown out of the state house. Democracy seemed to be at its end.
I'm trying to imitate Martin Luther King, even though nobody speaks like that and haven't for many decades. I have a dream that one day liberals will stop blaming the white man for all the black people's problems. I have a dream that 13% of the American population will stop committing 50% of the total murders. I have a dream that one day it'll be okay to be white. Even though the United States as a whole has gone to hell and pop culture and this country is pure poison, there does remain some hope within the states, or certain states at least, and in the state legislatures and in the local government and school boards. And in Kansas, the state legislatures just overruled the governor's veto and now banned supposed transgender students from playing on the sports teams of the wrong sex. So this means no more boys playing on girls' sports and vice versa in the state of Kansas. And numerous other states are preparing or have introduced similar legislation. And this is why it's extremely important to get involved in local and state politics, because in Wisconsin this week, the Supreme Court now got taken over by the communists for the first time in 15 years after a Marxist Democrat was appointed to an open seat there. This means that they won't be able to pass voter ID laws, they won't be able to ban boys from playing on girls' sports, and the state of Wisconsin is now under communist control. Remember when James O'Keefe exposed that communist who was promoting Marxism to his students, and then a bunch of parents showed up to the school board and all hell broke loose?
Not only does his termination need to be taken effective immediately, but I believe a criminal investigation needs to happen immediately.
And he was fired. And remember when a bunch of angry parents showed up at a school board during COVID and demanded that the school actually reopen and end stay-at-home learning because nobody was learning? And then they ran away, by the way. They called for recess and literally escaped out the back because they were so afraid of the parents.
All right, Madam Chair, I'm going to motion for another recess.
Second.
Second the motion.
Not just a recess. They literally ran out the back door and escaped. Even though there was no threat to them. Of course, nobody should, there's a line that you obviously shouldn't cross. But this is what happens when local communities get involved and hold their elected officials accountable. Of course, then the FBI started investigating parents because who are they to question the gender-bending cultural Marxism that the communist teachers are indoctrinating students with these days? You got to be careful out there. You don't want to turn out like Donald Trump and get arrested for trying to make America great again. And since they didn't take his mugshot because they knew that it would leak and people like me would put it on t-shirts, I decided to make a Donald Trump political prisoner t-shirt anyway. You should order from markdice.com or click the link in the description below. I also have this Donald Trump did nothing wrong shirt. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.